let's just assume I'm right? If this is worth 40 grand right this moment, why aren't you buying it at 2,000, 3,000, 10,000, 30,000? It's not the gold going up. It's the currency going away.
Buy your precious metals online from SD Bullion. New customers get gold and silver at spot by visiting sdbullion.com/new. Wow. Is that silver?
It is. It's
Sweet.
junk silver.
Okay.
This is all sterling silver. Sorry about that.
No, that's okay.
Well, because we're talking, silver and gold in any form is monetary at its base. And it does not matter if it's broken or tarnished or, anything, I don't really care about this. Here's the Aunt Bessie's salt and pepper shakers, right?
Yeah.
My sterling silver chopsticks, which you see that all the time, iced teaspoons. I'd go to estate sales and yard sales and they were giving it away because, I don't want to polish it. Okay, I'll do it. So yes, that I think it's really important for people to understand that gold and silver in any form is monetary at its base.
I love constitutional silver, 90% silver. That's another great way to stack silver. But okay, so I know, right? Silver and gold. So gold especially, but also silver as an inflation hedge. Okay, so this has been under attack recently. Oh, that's not true, Yankee. What are you talking about? It hasn't held up with inflation.
It still is a hedge. Imagine if it was actually, and not so much if, but when it is allowed to move to its fundamental value.
Right. That brings me to a recent video that you did on your new YouTube channel, which is on the screen right now and in the description below. You talked about gold naturally hitting, I think it was $40,000 an ounce. It was some simple math. I think the total amount of debt and the total supply of gold. Could you kind of briefly run through that?
Well, I think it's critical that everybody understands the true fundamental value of any asset or any instrument that they're investing their time and wealth in, because money really is a reflection of your time. So it's really simple. In the current system, it's a debt-based system, and that's what creates money. This is sound money. So if they were to do the overnight reset today at a 1-to-1 ratio, which we don't know what that ratio is going to be, then you simply, I'm not trying to get you to the penny. I'm just trying to get you reasonably close. You just divide all the debt that there is in the world, which continues to grow as they keep doing this kind of thing.
There's the gun.
There's the gun. And you divide it by all of the gold that exists in the world, whether it's above ground gold or in ground gold. And that will get you to the true value of an ounce of gold at this moment in time, because the more debt they grow, the higher that goes. And that might sound insane, but what if you went back to 1913 and this is a $20 gold coin and somebody said, one of these days you're going to see this coin worth over $2,000. They would have thought you were insane. It's not the gold going up. It's the currency going away.
I think sometimes people, want to see gold and silver shoot the moon. I keep warning them. I keep telling them, over a long period of time, it should be able to keep up and will with inflation. But to see it happen quickly, that is a big problem. That's when we lose our currency. And you shouldn't wish for that.
No, you shouldn't wish for that, but it doesn't matter what you wish for, Yankee. Why do you think the global central banks are buying more gold than they ever have since they started tracking it? What do you think they might know that most people don't know?
Lynette, I have a wonderful local coin shop dealer. I don't know if you know Tim, but I have this argument with him. Oh, well, you don't know Tim Marshner. Well, he's on my channel a lot. Check him out sometimes. He's a wonderful. Okay. No problem. It's a great local coin shop dealer. I learn a lot from him, but we have an argument here. And I wish you could set them straight. Okay.
Maybe you should do a three-way conversation sometime.
That's a great idea. We should do that. Now, here's what he says. He says, Yankee, there's not enough gold in the world to back our currency. It's never going to happen. I'm like, Tim, there is. It's just, it needs to be priced correctly. He can't wrap his head around that. I see that potentially happening.
Absolutely. Not potentially. I can tell you, there's not a whole lot of guarantees that I can ever give you, but I'll give you this guarantee because it's happened over 4,800 times, 100% of the time. Even just recently in Argentina or Venezuela, one of those countries, right? When all confidence is lost in the currency, that's the way they attempt to get the currency back. They've got to get rid of this debt. And so it's revaluing the debt. It revalues to sound money because sound money is all intrinsic value. And by the way, can you tell me why all central banks have a gold revaluation account if that's not part of their plan?
Interesting.
Why would they need that? Because that's how they get rid of and deal with their balance sheet. It really is that simple.
I don't ever want to have to sell any of my silver and gold. I would rather barter it for things that really matter.
Exactly. And that's really the opportunity because it is so severely undervalued. And, we got to look at fixed rate debt. I mean, there's a whole strategy. I've been studying this since 1987. This is not rocket science. It's not, Wall Street makes things so complicated that the average person goes, well, they must understand it. They must be smarter than me. But in reality, if you can't understand it, why are you doing it? Right? So the strategy is just based on historic patterns that happen every single time. So maybe I can't guarantee it, but I do not think this time is different at all. And I see so much opportunity because let's just assume I'm right? If this is worth 40 grand right this moment, why aren't you buying it at 2,000, 3,000, 10,000, 30,000?
Wherever it is, right?
Wherever it is in terms of this, it's not this going up, it's this going away.
It's not a traditional investment, it's insurance. And people need to get that mindset, wealth insurance. I tell people that say, I want to be able to sell my silver and gold for fiat currency. I'm like, well, do you want to sell your auto insurance? Invest elsewhere to build wealth, but to preserve it, you need to be in precious metals, both silver and gold, for similar yet distinct reasons.
Can we build on that, Yankee?
Yeah, go.
Because you said invest elsewhere for that growth piece. But if you make that choice to do it, then you have to have a truly diversified portfolio. And so you balance it out with physical gold and silver so that when that piece goes away, this recoups it.